coronavirus, it forced me to go to this so-called Encyclopedia of Medicine. Now we go see what they have on the coronavirus. And this right here, this is from the 80s, and I'm gonna show you in a minute. But let's get to it. Now, as you can see right here, take a look. What it say right there. You see it? It's 1989. This encyclopedia was published. There you go. It's the same thing. There you go. It's no trick here. Now, now let's find the corona disease. As you can see, the coronavirus. Let's find it as on this chart right here, because you know already. I told you already. They changed shit for the next generation. You see it? Take a look. This is the coronavirus right here. You see it? You see it? What it say across from it? It says the common cold. You see that they say it's a new virus. Start from in China, somewhere in China, where they got seafood and livestock. Take a look at that right there, people. And I told you already, so-called Encyclopedia of Medicine. There you go. They're the one who give you everything that's in it. But pay attention to what they put down in it from 1989 about the coronavirus right there in plain sight. Can you see it? They tell you it's the common cold right there. Just like I make my video the other day, I told you that it's no different between this right here and the so-called flu. Why is they pulling this on the masses right here with your coronavirus and your pandemic? You see how easy they got the masses? Go back and check, people. They always do it 100% in, and they basically change over shit for the new generation. That's how they do it. You better wake up. That's how they do it. Day by day, they find a way to change up shit. Even blame it on the Mandela effect. Take a look at this right here, people. You can't make it up. Yes, there you go. The Encyclopedia of Medicine show you the same coronavirus is just a common cold, and they got the whole world right in panic mode right now. Every country gonna so-called be a part of it. That's what you need to know, because it's one world government control the whole shit. This is a plan to get the people in scare tactics, scare mode. There you go, right there. You see it?
Rhinoviruses and coronaviruses are recognized as the major causes of the common cold syndrome. The role of these viruses is in more serious respiratory illnesses resulting in hospitalization is less well defined, meaning they know these types of viruses are prevalent in the common cold, but the association of how or why viruses work in serious illness is not so well known. During a winter when influenza A infection was prevalent, 100 elderly adults hospitalized because of cardiopulmonary illnesses were evaluated for rhinovirus and coronavirus infection. Patients who tested negative for influenza or respiratory syncytial virus had nasal swab samples tested for rhinovirus, coronavirus OC43, and coronavirus 229E by reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, and for the coronaviruses by serologic testing. Now, what's interesting is that while the rhinovirus is tested by reverse transcription, the coronavirus is tested differently by serologic testing. Now, what is serologic testing? Okay, here we go. Serological testing. Any of several laboratory procedures carried out on a sample of blood, serum, the clear fluid that separates from the blood when it is allowed to clot. The purpose of such a test is to detect serum antibodies or antibody-like substances that appear specifically in association with certain diseases. So they're searching for antibodies when they search or when they test serologically. 12% of patients had rhinovirus or coronavirus identified, rhinovirus 4 patients, coronavirus 229E 4 patients, coronavirus OC43 3 patients, and a mixed rhinovirus coronavirus 229E infection. So this patient had both the rhinovirus and coronavirus. All patients had significant underlying diseases. Although all patients recovered, these are elderly people who recovered, the mean length of stay was 8 days. 4 persons had pneumonia and 1 required a ventilator support. So these ventilators that they're talking about are when there are underlying causes that exacerbate the respiratory portion of the illness. So since at least 2002, it was known that these common cold viruses, that's their words, not mine, impact frail people or people with respiratory risk factors more severely than others. Now going back to serologic testing, that is testing for antibodies, right? We see here that there are at least 2 coronaviruses found in the common cold, coronavirus OC43 and coronavirus 229E. Now we also know that when you catch a cold, your body develops antibodies for life against that virus. How long do flu antibodies last? According to our study, it appears they can last the entire lifespan of the human organism, 90 years plus. So you'll always have these antibodies once you catch a cold. So if you've ever had a common cold and a species of coronavirus was present, when your body fought it off, it developed antibodies that last for life. That means if you've ever had a cold, you will potentially test positive for COVID-19, which is basically a new name for an age-old virus. So I think that says it all. If you learned from this video, help support the study in time to bring this knowledge to our community. It does take time and effort to be concise and as accurate as possible so that we can stay abreast of important health information and techniques. Please visit the site and follow these links.